welcome to this Namecheap Expert Summit. My name is Ruth Douglas and I'm going to talk to you about how to be a homepage hero, how simple layout changes to your website homepage could double sales and help you go full time in your side hustle. So a little bit about me. As I said, I'm Ruth. I live in Devon in the UK with a daughter and some cats, and I help people that want to make more sales in their online shops or get more clients. So I particularly work with micro businesses, so small micro e-commerce businesses, maybe someone that's got an Etsy shop that wants to launch a new Shopify site, or perhaps someone that's launched a site and isn't really sure what's going on and needs some help, or coaches, consultants, service providers, again, that want to have more clients booking in with them. And I help them through outsourced service support, so doing work for them. I also help them with consultancy, so talking through ideas and strategy, as well as coaching and online training and helping them, training them to make changes themselves. So that's how I help people and who I help. And today I'd like to help you. Okay, let's go. Here we are, how to be a homepage hero, how a simple layout change could double your sales and help you go full time in your side hustle. So this is for you if, a lot of the people I work with, especially the kind of e-commerce people, the people that have started a passion project, making candles, making soaps, selling homewares, creating beautiful products that they want to get out into the world. They quite often start that as a second option after their main job. And so I work with people that want to, if you're someone that wants to build traction so they can turn that side job into their main job, hopefully this is going to help you. Or if you've got a new product to launch, if you've got a website that you've fallen out of love with, hopefully there'll be some goodies in here for you. Let's get going. So when a homepage, shop, storefront, whatever you want to call it, that first page of your website, when it's organized for sales, what does that mean? It means that more of the people that visit your site will buy from you, will become your customer. So it's about conversion. It's about turning more of those people into buying customers. So what happens when more people buy from us? Our profit margins increase. So our core costs become a smaller proportion of our overall income. So we have more profit. Our advertising spend becomes more efficient. So if you're paying for advertising, print advertising, social media advertising, Google ads, or if you're spending time, if you haven't got ad spend, but you've got time spend, if you're spending time on social media, building relationships, doing your PR, getting people to your website, that time or money spend becomes more efficient. Your return on investment increases. For every pound or dollar that you pay out in promotion, a bigger profit margin is a bigger return on investment. And all of that means we have more money in our business, and more money gives us more choice. What would doubling sales mean to you? For me, maybe you're like me, and that would mean that you could pay yourself more, build up your savings pot. That's what I would do. I'm saving to buy a house so that I can be in debt for the rest of my life. But maybe you, maybe you'd pay yourself more or save more. Maybe you'd reinvest in the business. Maybe you'd buy some new materials, launch a new product line, buy update equipment, invest in your learning. Maybe you'd reinvest that extra money in the business. Or perhaps you'd hire staff so you could spend less time in the business, so you could spend more time with your family. So what would doubling sales mean to you? What would that extra money, what would that extra choice mean in the business to you? And if we can be really clear on our why, what would that mean to us? When we're clear on that, it means it's really easy to focus on the steps to take to get us there. We can be sure that the steps we're taking are in alignment with getting us to that destination. I wanted to tell you some of the ways that I approach my business. Some of the things I believe. And the first one is that e-commerce and business doesn't have to be complicated. Yes, it can be very busy. Yes, it can feel overwhelming, but I don't want to overcomplicate my life or my business or my clients' lives or businesses. So let's try not to get complicated. Let's stay simple. And taking it one simple step at a time. We literally can't do everything at once. So we have to go one step at a time, one simple step, get the first thing right, then get the next thing right. And finally, this presentation and the concepts in it, they're not just for e-commerce. These will work whatever platform you're on, whatever technology you use, as long as you can organize your homepage. These will work for you, whether you have your product-based business, your maybe software as a service business, service providers, coaches, consultants, whatever it is you do, these same concepts apply to your business. And very finally, you already have lots of information you need to improve your site. I work with a lot of small businesses that are kind of like homegrown businesses, that they're stunning at doing what they do, but they're less confident that they have the knowledge for business. And actually they do, because it's knowledge around their customers and their products and what they do, the services they provide. You are expert at what you do. You are expert at helping your customers or creating beautiful products. And what I like to do is pull that information out and frame it, help you by asking the right questions. Let's frame that information and turn it into your website, your homepage, your marketing. You already have a lot of information that you need in your website to improve it. Think about the most important thing. The most important thing you want someone to do on your website today, and put that at the top of your page. Okay, so put it at the top of the page. You make it unmissable. What do you want them to do next? You make a big button. That's why I've made it bright and unmissable on my slide. Nice bright button. Make it easy for people to take the next step. This is Lakeland, who are a homeware store in the UK. This screen cap was taken in November, obviously, it's Black Friday. This is around seasonality. The most important thing for their customers and for their business is promoting their Black Friday event. You know, they're not shy. Black Friday event, deals now on, shop now. That fills up my whole screen. That would fill up your whole screen on your mobile. This is the most important thing we want you to do. Earlier in the year, in March 2021, they're talking about spring cleaning. They're knowing what's coming up in their customers' lives and what their customers are thinking about. Opening the windows, spring cleaning, getting rid of winter, getting in springness. Is that a word? Again, this seasonality is not just what's important to the business. So the purpose of the site is retail. We want you to buy stuff. And this most important thing is for the customer. What's the important thing that's important to the customer? Shopping spring clean. So that's where they're meeting their customer. On my own website, this is an older screen cap. My most important thing is booking a call. I want people to book a call so we can have a chat and get to know each other and work out if we're a good fit. But the copy there is talking to the client and helping them identify into who they are, into the people that I serve. This is a gifting site. This is a marketplace, like a curated version of Etsy. It's quite fancy, quite elevated site in the UK, not on the high street. They are using this most important thing, this big bar, shop small businesses. And then underneath that, we bring into it visual navigation that's using seasonality and sales data. So this was taken the screen cap was March 2020. Yes, 2020. UK was just coming into a lockdown, and seasonally we were between Mother's Day, which is early in the UK, and Easter. So they've got kind of this seasonally generic image of gifting image, send a wildly original gift. And then underneath that, gifts for her, gifts for him, Easter gifts and letterbox gifts. Not on the high street, very clever. They know that their consumer is coming to shop for hers or for him. So they make it easy for us immediately to begin sifting and navigating to what we want. Easter gifts, because seasonality, Easter was coming up. Here you can shop Easter gifts. Letterbox gifts, because we were going into lockdown. People were worried about face-to-face contact, but still want to send gifts and send love. So letterbox gifts are like, we know you're worried about face-to-face contact. You don't want a gift to be stuck at the post office and can't be collected, or perhaps sent to someone that's shielding and can't open the door to the post person. We want your gift to get there safely and your people to be safe. So these are gifts that will fit through a letterbox. I think it's really clever. And that's seasonality and topicality and meeting the consumer. What does the customer care about? How can we give them what they want and what they care about with our visual navigation? This is the same website from March 2021, so just before Mother's Day. Immediately, this seasonality of shop Mother's Day, and then the seasonality and topicality and consumer-led stuff underneath. Easter ideas, seasonal. Spring garden ideas, seasonal, but also that kind of topical, because in the UK, lockdown was being lifted in April, so people were then allowed to meet, from not being able to allow to meet at all, being able to meet in their gardens. So spring garden ideas, people would be looking for outdoor entertaining ideas, gifts for her, again, mums, Mother's Day, seasonality, topicality, saying, all this visual navigation is saying, we know what you're coming for, we know what you're looking for, let's get you there as quickly as possible. So to break it down, because you're asking, great, what do I put where, Ruth? Glad you asked. Here we are. At the top, use an announcement bar. Announcement bars answer customer questions before they've been asked. They're the kind of the important things that help people decide. So if you're a bricks and mortar store, maybe it's your opening hours, or maybe that you do deliveries now. If you're e-commerce, you're shipping. If you do something that's made to order, reminding people it might take 6 to 8 weeks for them to get their order. If you're a service provider, perhaps it's reminding people you have a newsletter or a download. The header, this is where you begin your storytelling. You know, with Not on the High Street, they've got their gift card, their gift card kind of logo and their tagline. They're already beginning this storytelling of, we're not on the high street, we do gifts. You think of yourself as a thoughtful gift giver. So they're saying, this is what we do. This is how you think of yourself. They're already doing this brand storytelling that matches their values to the consumer values. Underneath that, our menu. And there's a lot I could say about menus and thematic navigation, which I go into more in my Homepage Hero workshop, but we don't have time for today. The brand story area, again, this is where, you know, for Not on the High Street, they're saying, this is what you care about as customers, that you're shopping local, that it's creative businesses, that you're thoughtful gift givers, that shopping small. So you know, if you're shopping with us, you're not someone that will shop at Amazon. Yeah, you might shop at Amazon, but that's not where you're looking for your gifting. That's where you're getting your, I don't know, whatever you buy on Amazon, your kitchen mops, maybe, I don't know. Underneath this brand story area, and that doesn't have to be there for you, but having something on your website, having some copy that anchors your values to your customer values and starts connecting, communicating, telling the story of your business from your customer's point of view. That's really important. Your main sales area, the banner, the hero image, whatever you call it, I call it the most important thing area. A clear call to action, a lovely visual. You know, if you're product-based businesses, could be beautiful lifestyle images. If you're a service provider, it could be a lovely image of you. Whatever it is, make it clear, help it communicate what you're offering, how you help your customers, and a lovely big call to action button. And underneath that, we've got our visual navigation. This is based on seasonal, topical, customer behavior, sales trends. This is the information you know. You know what your best-selling products are. You know what's important in your customer's life, in your client's life. If you're a tax advisor, you know in the UK that the tax, people care about tax in April at the end of the tax year and in January when people are doing their self-assessments. So maybe you know, if I'm looking for some bookkeeping or self-assessment help and I'm arriving on your website in March because I know I need to start thinking about it, and you've got a download for 10 things to make your tax end of tax year easy, I'm like, that's exactly what I need. This visual navigation, this whole top part of your website is really about saying, we have what you need. We know who you are. We know what you're looking for. Look, we can help you. And you can do that with seasonal, topical, and customer behavior. And you know this about you know what sells best. You know what your customers care about. You know, it's about meeting those needs. So, some things to remember as you take this information and think about it for your own websites. Keep it simple. Remember, start with your purpose. What's the purpose of the website? What does it need to do for your business? Does it need to make you money? Does it need to do something else? Then start thinking about the presentation. How can we make the presentation and the purpose match? And then, what's the most important thing I want people to do? How can I put my customers' needs onto that front page and get them to do this most important thing that's important to me, important to them? Look at other businesses to get inspiration. Go window shopping. Look at people, look at your competitors. Who's selling the same thing to the same types of people? Look at your peers in your industry. So people offering a similar service or a different service to the same type of people. Look at people that are neither peers nor competitors that are selling the same thing to a completely different group of people. Look at your favorite websites. Go and look at, where do you shop? Where do you, what service do you use? Go and look at those websites and think with critical thinking hat on. Why are they showing me this? What's it communicating to me? How does that work? And then think about how you can bring that in. What works on other sites, how you can bring that into your site. Remember, you already have the information in your business to choose what to put where. You know about your customers, you know about your products. Let's showcase them in the right way. Remember, these layouts will work whatever your platform. I've got to go a lot more into detail about the layout in my workshop, and we have some downloads and stuff like this that you can use to play with. So to recap, an easy to navigate homepage takes a visitor where they and you want them to be quickly and easily, and connecting with your ideal customer and make it easy for them to buy from you will increase sales, profit and choice. You can do this. If you want to find out more about me, you can find me. Here's where you can find me. On social at HelloImpIdeas on social media. My website's imp-ideas.com, and my workshop for where this goes into more detail is homepageheroworkshop.com. I'm going to stop the share and be big. Here we are. So I hope that's been helpful to you. Remember, purpose, presentation have to match. Think about what information you can pull out from your business. What do you know about your customers and products that can inform those choices about what to put on that whole top section of your page? What's the most important thing people are coming for or that you need to do? Maybe it's launching a new product. Get on the wait list. What's that most important thing? I'd love to hear from you. So, use those links, find me on social media. If you've got a question, I'd love to help you with it. I'd love to see your websites. I'd love to have a look and see how they are and answer any questions you've got about this session. And good luck.